Okay.
Okay, the stream can hear us now, so no one's
Okay.
saying anything.
Hello, stream.
Hello, stream. Welcome to the last stream of 2021 for Cursed Strahd. I was just gonna end it there, but then I realized Moth might stream. And so
Welcome to the last stream.
last stream.
Ever. I
Like,
die.
When Chase said this is my last class ever when he was walking to his final.
Yeah.
Okay, so last session we did so much more combat and it fucking sucked. But you guys
What was the
won.
only one who enjoyed it?
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Min.
Min was finally useful.
Min was finally useful. I'm glad David
finally got to
enjoyed it.
have fun, and everyone else hated it.
We didn't hate the combat, we hated how long it lasted.
I didn't mind that either, though. It could have gone longer.
I would have killed myself, David.
I would have killed Min.
Anyway, feelings about combat in 5e aside, you guys did some damage to the winery, but since it was only like noon or so, you guys helped, or some of you helped, build it back up. Hans helped move all of the dead bodies out into a shallow grave, so the family didn't need to deal with that.
Let the
And,
debatably dead guy handle the dead.
Did you want to handle the dead men?
No.
Not particularly. I'm just
Okay.
pointing it out. It was an observation.
He was like, him and Mithril are the strongest. Like, what do you expect? Fucking Virgil carrying druids taller than him out into the forest?
Give him a dolly, he can do
With
it.
my 10 strength.
With his 10 strength.
Do you
Like-
even lift, bro?
No.
No.
Anyway. You guys are getting up. Everyone except for Vile, I believe, is inside the winery.
I don't know. Like,
Vile get
everybody except for
kidnapped again?
Vile wakes up.
Everyone except for Vile wakes up. Vile is unconscious on the ground once more.
Motherfucker, not this
Damn
again.
How the
Listen.
fuck did that happen? I was keeping a watch.
You leave the toddler alone outside, they are gonna die.
Vile, once you see people starting to move around about the winery, are you going to come inside or are you going to wait for them to come get you?
I was given a job. I'm watching a dog.
You're watching the dog? Okay. I assume we're all getting... What time are we all getting up?
Sunrise.
Sunrise? Making bricky?
I'll sure as shit try. I don't think I'm gonna catch lightning in a bottle again.
My answer is self-explanatory, I guess, whenever Hans gets up.
Whenever Hans gets up.
Yeah.
Hans should not be your alarm clock, Virgil.
Probably not. I mean, he's up, but
You guys are up, but yes, I would
coming
say
out? No.
in the future, you should probably not use Hans as your alarm clock.
Can you
Mithril, if
stop
you...
being gay over there for 2 seconds?
Oh, just to note it on the stream, Hans and Virgil kissed, so they're officially boyfriends now.
Yay.
Yay.
Woo.
Yes.
Gross. Men probably still didn't know it happened.
I hope
Didn't
not.
know what happened.
No, but I guess nobody knew. it happened.
Nobody knows
Nobody.
it happened.
Nobody knows it happened. I was just announcing it to the stream. But yeah, why don't you roll me a whatever you think is worthwhile to make breakfast, Mithril?
Can I use
Well,
intimidation and intimidate the eggs into being tasty?
I will let you try.
Let
Please.
you try.
Please. Wow.
Yeah.
You yell at the cast iron skillet.
So if people aren't awake now, before this, everyone in the fucking
Mithril Gordon
Vile.
Ramsaying.
You are on the edge of the forest, and you hear Mithril fucking screaming at these eggs.
Yeah, not my issue. I don't even turn around.
Cool. buddy, the family is like, what the fuck? Because let me remind you, there is a family that the connection to the server hasn't been interrupted. The fuck is your issue, Roll20?
Intimidation.
Sorry.
Unhinged.
So if people haven't left wherever they've come, Hans is getting up to see what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
I think Min would also investigate.
Rachel's just
Yes.
like, what the fuck?
Everybody's like, what the fuck? So yeah, Mithril, how the eggs are like, this is a good breakfast. How are you explaining to everybody in the fucking building what you were doing?
By the time everyone's coming into where I'm cooking, I'm like making plates and humming to myself, very satisfied. And I turn around.
Well, good morning. I hope I didn't wake you all. I really wanted our breakfast to be as good as the last time as I cooked, and well, I thought if I intimidated the eggs into listening to me, they would taste good.
What?
Hans just turns around and walks back out. He's going to be getting stuff from his bag. He's going to go feed his wolf. But he's not dealing with that. He's not dealing with
Virtual
that.
gives Hans a look of just like, I've never dealt with this person. Virtual, it's the look of just like, I know I know Mithril.
But I don't.
This is, yeah, he just gives a shrug like,
Min is gonna fold her arms, put one hand on her chin, tilt her head to the side, and think.
very intently.
And basically
Yeah.
like huh.
It worked.
I didn't know that would work. Like this is new information.
Did you make breakfast for the people whose house this is?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Cool. Good
That would
idea.
be- that would be an awful guest.
Yeah.
Just, hey, I
Um,
made breakfast with your supplies and didn't make enough
And I
for you.
screamed
I
at
used your kitchen to
eggs.
make breakfast, but didn't make any for you.
So they take their food and they go. They're not coming to eat
They,
breakfast.
they
with you, Mithril.
abscond.
They're good. They're leaving.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Well, you guys are eating breakfast. Hans is going to go out. And Vile, he has like meat in his hands to feed Honey, like fucking dry meat that he has to feed his
Yeah,
dog.
once Hans is there, Vile's getting out of there.
Okay.
They're gonna go stand by the caravan.
Okay. He does say like thank you very much, Vile, like just like thank you for taking care of my dog, but you're like leaving, so he's like
Yeah, like
Okay.
I'm halfway across as he's already started talking, and I don't turn around to respond to him.
that's fine, he will be polite anyway.
Sweet man, Vile hates him.
Vile hates him. He's shy. So that's what Hans is going to do. Esmeralda is going to eat breakfast with you guys. However, she is going to split off and go back to. She says she's going to go back to the Wizard's Tower and check some things out and move on and continue looking for her friend. Once like you guys like leave, basically.
Mm.
She's got other things to do, basically. She's like, fun hanging out. However, I got other things I need to do. Therefore, adios, essentially.
I don't want to deal with you. Bye.
Basically, yeah. So yeah, are you guys discussing anything over breakfast, the three of you? Gonna
Virgil
take that. Okay.
is very quietly eating his breakfast.
Eating brekkie. How much
Um,
food does Min eat? Sorry.
Yeah.
I take it there's enough for everybody to have grabbed whatever, so Min would
Yes.
probably just eat whatever was available.
You guys never have leftovers.
Mithril makes enough so that Min can have like 3 platefuls. of it.
Yes.
And there's
Yes.
still not
It's like an
leftovers.
entire Dutch oven. It's like on the side for Min.
And there's still just never leftovers.
Yeah, Virgil's eating his breakfast quietly. He's keeping to himself. He's not really he said hi to Min and waved at the family and whatever. But besides a quick nod to Mithril, he didn't say much to Mithril. And for all intents and purposes is vaguely ignoring them.
Fun. Okay. Once you guys, I assume you guys are finishing up breakfast and just heading out.
Yeah,
Back to
I'm gonna
Kurzak, getting the
purify
wine.
the liquid.
Purify the liquid. It is purified. Congrats. I don't think you need to roll for that.
You
If
got
you do, that's
purified
Virgil's gonna
liquid.
go find Honey because he wants pet.
You want that?
He wants pet and ask if he can ride.
Okay. Um. Whoops. Sorry. I'm trying to get comfortable in a new chair.
Yeah, fair.
It's not a new chair. This is a chair I've had for years, but it's new now. Therefore. Yeah, Hans is fucking around with Honey. He's like, missed her so much. It's been like 12 hours. Oh my goodness, this is the end of the world for both of them.
Virgil finds this incredibly endearing. And just kind of sits there and waits till he's noticed because he's like, this is adorable. I'm just gonna sit here and watch.
Why is this not loading? What is wrong with my phone? Sorry. But yeah, you guys finish up. Yes, you can ride Honey. And I assume you guys all meet back up kind of towards the exit of the clearing.
Yes.
Once we're all packed up, ready to go. Have the wine. You got a little cart.
Does it have
You
a
know.
bell?
We
Have a bell.
You
Yeah.
ring the bell, be like, wine. We got wine.
Why? No. But you have a horse.
Does the horse have a name?
Pulling it. A horse. Why don't you pick me a name?
applesauce.
Yeah.
Applesauce. This is the horse Applesauce. If you guys are not going to come return the cart and the horse, they ask you to leave it at Kurzak. And Kurzak will take care of them for the Marketov family until they come with their next shipment. So, don't keep the horse is basically what you're told.
We could
Please don't steal our horse.
extended borrow the horse, but we can't keep the horse.
You cannot keep the horse.
Hmm.
The horse cannot go past Kurzak. And if you guys are coming, if you guys want to take wine to Velaki, you're going to have to come and get another shipment just for like how they package the wine.
Do we
So-
really want to do that though?
That is up to you guys.
I don't see
And
any
obviously
hurt
no
in
harm.
it.
They'll also like deliver to Kurzak, and you guys will get like a little bit of gold from Kurzak, basically, as a like delivery fee. So yeah, that is kind of where you're set up. Esmeralda has left a little bit earlier than you guys. So she's kind of up on the road by the time you guys are getting ready to move and head out. Who is riding? Hans keeps to the forest with Honey until you guys are outside of the winery clearing for respect of the family. But he comes back. He's like, you guys can pet Honey, and you guys can ride Honey if you would like. She is very friendly. You can she's very nice. She just gets kind of excited sometimes, so be careful because reminder, she is a dire wolf.
Reminder, she is a dire wolf and bigger than all of us.
Yes,
Just in
she
case
is a
you forgot about the 9-foot tall direwolf that's currently
Yes.
standing in front of you.
She gets a little excited sometimes. But yeah, what are you guys? Hans is with your party, and Honey is with your party now. Are
lose a
we?
clown and we gain a hunk.
Mm-hmm.
Bella was also with the party, even if Bella was not present today. Um,
Bella's
however,
playing a little ditty on her
yeah,
fucking whatever.
Bella's here
whatever.
in spirit.
Bella's here in spirit.
Virgil's probably
Um,
like sees Honey again, even though he already did. Gives you a couple scritches. And it's just like he's probably hold on. Wow. One second.
well, Sunny's dead. Sunny got vertigo again.
Yeah, uh-huh.
You good?
Can't believe
Yeah, so
Sonny
Virgil
got
gives
vertigo.
Honey little scritches and little baby talk. Because everything he said about it being a 9-foot tall direwolf has now vanished. It is a puppy. And he's just like, there should be enough space on it for at least one more person besides me, and it would have to be one of you smaller ones. And he just like points at Min or Vile.
I mean, Vile would be too heavy.
Probably.
Yeah, Vile
Pro-
doesn't even turn around. Vile's like walking like at least 20 feet away from where Honey is.
Yeah, so Virgil points at Min. It's just like, would you like to ride on Honey?
Min would very much like to ride the dire wolf.
Ride the
Yeah.
direwolf. Okay.
Virgil cannot get up on this thing himself. You need help.
Yeah. Hans can boost whoever needs to be up on the direwolf up. He has no issue doing that.
Yeah,
Because you're all short.
Virgil gets a little boost from Hans.
Boost. Min, do you need a boost or do you squirrel climb up? Honey.
Min would be like, I can, get myself up there if it's okay. And then
Okay.
just
That's fine.
clamber up.
That is fine. So yeah, this is where we're going. We have a cart full of wine. We have a dire wolf. We have a vampire. We got a mithril and a vial. Are we talking about anything as we head up to Kurzak?
I guess not.
I guess since Mithril's walking with Vile, they're going to turn.
Did you see anything interesting last night? I know the skies have been really clear lately, and I didn't know if you liked looking at the stars or anything.
No, I didn't see anything interesting last night.
That sucks.
Did you get to pet the dog? I know you don't really like Hans, and that's okay, but I know you like animals.
I was told to watch it, so I watched it.
Well, I'm sure Honey appreciated that.
Maybe.
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 I don't know, is the dog sentient enough to appreciate things?
Yes. Honey is sentient enough to appreciate attention.
Vile doesn't
She
know anything about animals other than they're neat.
Other than they're neat. Honey's like, need help sleep. Is Vile still walking 20 feet ahead from the rest of the group?
Yeah.
Okay. So I imagine it's Mithril and Vile up front. And then Hans, Virgil, and Min, and Honey. And I'll put Bella with them. I'll put Bella somewhere in the middle.
Bella's the rear.
Yeah, Bella's bringing up the rear. As you guys are walking.
I guess Virgil will talk to Hans and just be like, since obviously Vile and Mithril are up there talking, Virgil just like, I wouldn't feel too bad about Vile not being particularly friendly towards you. It's just not really anything you've done yourself.
Hans just like shrugs. I'm just trying to be nice to them. I just keep trying to be nice to them.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
they don't seem to be in a very nice mood lately.
That's fine. Maybe they just need people to be nicer to them.
Perhaps.
Min, are you reading?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Are you going to be reading the entire time to Kurzak? It's about 6 hours, so.
Yeah, unless something else comes up or somebody decides to strike up a conversation with Min, I
That's a
guess.
conversation. Cool. Why don't people roll me a d20? Just one person, not everybody, unless you want to chance more random encounters. So.
How's that?
Did somebody
mean,
post a D20 of luck?
They did not. We have not.
Why do we keep letting Mithril do this?
Ignore Mithril and you get bad results, I guess. I don't fucking know.
Let me see.
Some dry ass pulled pork, bro.
Didn't know you were having pulled cardboard tonight, damn.
Pulled cardboard with a light garnishing of barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
The barbecue sauce makes it edible.
Why don't
Only just.
why don't people roll me perception check? As we're anybody who would be rolling a like Min cannot.
Min
'Cause Min
cannot.
is
Okay.
reading. But anybody who's like looking around, you can roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Absorbed in
13.
pork.
I'm Jim.
I'll roll for Hans.
Would Bello be making a perception check?
In theory, yes, but no, because
We
oh, I
choose to
forgot.
ignore.
Nothing's loading in my Firefox, so I need to open. What the fuck is wrong? Hold on. Actually, I'm going to
Firefox.
leave and come back. Real quick. Will you load? Hello.
DM's gone. Quick, throw a party.
I'm back. I'm coming back. Hold on.
Time to cause anarchy.
Why did it log me out of Roll 20? Come on. Launch game. There we go. Hello, I'm back. I don't know what was wrong with my stuff, but it's fixed now. Please let me come back. Okay, I'm going to roll GM rolls for Holmes. So people who rolled above a 15, you guys, so the woods around you guys are like weirdly quiet compared to what you guys are used to. The kind of the wording I've been using is it feels like you're not being paid attention to right now. Still
That's
got
continuing.
that vibe. That's continuing. However, you guys who rolled above a 15 can feel that or can hear every once in a while. You're pretty sure you do have 2 spies following you instead of just 1, as in someone has replaced Hans and perhaps Ivana. You don't know who they are. They're a lot farther away than when Hans would follow you guys, but like you guys can hear and sometimes you kind of see like 2 bodies following you.
So Virgil's gonna like catch Mithril's attention and do like fucking hazarding a guess that in their extended time together that Mithra would understand military hand signals.
Yeah.
So Virgil just flags Mithra down and gives like some quick military hand signals of just like two people following far enough back, etc. Just to be like
Mithril tries
confirmed.
to slow their walking down a little, gives a slight incline of the head, like, yeah, I get it, and begins bringing up the rear of the group.
Okay. Are you trying to like figure out if they have any other motive besides following you? Or are you working under the assumption they're just following you right now?
Currently working under the assumption they're just following, but it's better to have someone beefy at the back just in case.
Yeah. I will say you guys make these switches. They do move so they are farther away. They like slow their pace until like it's hard for you to know where they are. So you have a feeling they noticed and backed off a little bit. Just
Well,
like
They noticed you noticed.
they noticed you noticed.
okay. I will say that based off of what Virgil learned from Faust, he's confident enough in that we are heading directly to Kurzak to pull Faust back
Okay.
to himself.
Okay. So you have Fast now.
Yes.
Okay.
Back in bird form,
Okay.
and I'll just have him above us,
Mm-hmm.
just circling us,
Just
waiting
looking.
if he's just looking or waiting for if these people decide to start pushing, because presumably if they wanted to without us noticing, they probably could. So
Yeah. I will say, because okay, Hans liked to stay up pretty close on you guys when he was following. They stay a much farther distance away. They do seem like one of them appears to be riding a wolf. Because Virgil, you've seen like spies sleeping on their wolves. That looks what is going on with one of them, and the other one is leading, basically just keeping them on track, following you. But
They're taking
they
shifts.
they do take shifts. um, you see Ivana, and if you want to roll me, I guess maybe a history intellect check to see if you recognize the other spy that was.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. You said a
History or just a general intellect, I feel would be best, unless you want to argue something else.
I will do history.
History.
Yeah.
You don't
know.
you don't know. You don't remember.
He wasn't
You
paying
were
much attention.
he wasn't paying much attention. But yeah, they don't seem like they're coming up to get any specific information on you right now. They're just following. Following. Let me see if when you get to this bridge, if there's what is this bridge?
What is this bridge?
What's this bridge?
We've been to this bridge.
We have been to this bridge. This is the this is the bridge that has the sign that's like, here is Wizards of the Wine. Here is Valaki. And like here is Kurzak going this way. You've been to this one. It's just a normal bridge as far as you guys know.
It's just a bridge.
There's a
Just a
troll under it
bridge.
now. Roll initiative.
There's a troll in it now. You guys get halfway through. You guys fall through the bridge.
You
Yay.
gotta pay the
Yay.
troll toll.
Um, is there, Virgil, do you want to talk to the party about what you saw in the Abbey before you guys get there? Or do we want to have any other discussions? Or what is the goal?
He will give them the general gist of what he saw from the
Okay.
Abbey.
Just like the Belleviews and
Yeah, the Bellevues
Okay.
and what people were doing and what he knew of the abbot.
Okay. Basically what Virgil saw is that I'm calling them Belleviews as I've also called them mongrel folk. They're like the janitor in Castle Ravenloft.
Oh, the
What was his name?
freaks.
Cyrus. Yes. Um, a lot of those around. The abbot has come by like twice to check on Irina, but otherwise seems to sometimes be in the dining room teaching a different girl like etiquette, like social etiquette. And there are mongrel folk around the grounds, basically doing different things or just being around. And the bell in the abbey rings, and that's like instead of being like for services, that's when they eat. Essentially, Irina's fed on regular intervals. They bring her food. The Belleviews don't seem to eat as regularly.
This is just salad for work, and this is your soup spoon. It's very important you only use them for those things.
Only use them for those things. But yeah, that is kind of what you guys see, or what you know about inside the Abbey specifically. That is not like Kurzak, the town. That is inside. And it is, I don't know if I said it before, but it's the Abbey of St. Markovia. So, there is that.
So what
I'll
if we
type
get there
that.
and they just say, fuck you, we're not letting you in even though you brought us our wine?
And we don't give them the fucking wine.
Yeah, we don't give him the fucking wine.
Yeah, we just take the wine to Valaki.
I mean, we have the cart. Like, we could just be like, nah, we need to go in so you can unload it proper. Unless you want to come out.
Didn't he specifically tell you that you guys could come in if you got him the wine, though?
Yeah, but what if he was a liar?
That's true. What if
What
he
if the
was a
burger
liar?
man was lying?
What if the Burger Man was lying?
Burger Man can't be trusted.
Are you having this conversation?
No, this is just
Mithril?
Moth
Okay.
being an asshole.
This is just
It's
Moth.
just moth being moth.
Moth being Moth. You never know. You never know.
No, I have the wherewithal to use the mithril voice if I'm actually
That's
talking.
true.
Don't believe his lies. And it's a picture of the Burger Man.
I like that we've just decided on Burger Man.
Yeah, it's the burger man.
Burger Man. Was it Mithril that said that? Or was it Vile
was
that said?
Vile.
Yeah.
I thought Ishmark was the burger man.
I thought Ishmark was the Burger Man from session 15.
New Burger Man.
There's a new burger in town, and this time he has cheese.
This time he is cheese.
Oh, shit.
Is there any other things we want to talk about? Like, before?
I'd almost argue it can't be called a burger if it doesn't
Virgil
have cheese on
flag
it.
down Mithril.
The fuck you want?
Like, come here.
Come here! Get over
Get your
here!
fucking candlestick motherfucking ass over here.
Get your fucking
Candles.
glowing ass over here. Yeah, Mithril will pick up the pace a little to match with the dog.
Okay.
Wolf.
Virgil's just, hello, Mithril.
Oh, well, good morning. Is your ride comfortable?
Yeah, very. Honey is, she's very sweet. And, well, given my, my injuries from yesterday, saw it prudent not to walk 6 or so hours to reach the town.
Yeah, I think that's best. If they're still hurting you, let me know and I can heal you a little more. Though I'm sure the night's sleep did a little bit.
Yeah, you could say that. Speaking of, what? And like Virgil hushed down a bit so like other people can't really. I mean, Min. He's assuming Min's just distracted with the book. So,
Yeah, Min, are you listening?
are you listening to the conversation that
Um,
Virgil and Mithra are gonna have?
I'm pretty sure, guessing at this point, that Min has no reason to be dragged out of focusing on book.
No.
Min's fucking hyper focused. Min,
Okay.
do you want me to make it? You want to make an intellect check to see how focused you are? Only if you want to. This is flavor. You do not have to do that. I just thought it would be funny.
Yeah, why not? I'll do it for the funny.
Do it for the fun.
Rolling out one, rolling out one, rolling out one.
No, I think if you get a nat one, you can't focus on anything else. You are so focused, you can't fucking think about anything else. Also, I will say Hans walks a few feet in front of Honey, if like no one's
Okay.
talking to him, just because he's like.
My baby.
So how do I do this?
Just roll a.
Roll an
And-
intellect.
Yeah,
Into
just roll.
like an
Yeah, just roll a
intelligence saving
d20.
throw?
No, just roll a flat d20, and then add your ability score modifier from intelligence to it.
Yes.
That's how you do a general.
Sorry.
Okay.
Viola, are you doing anything besides walking?
I'll be about 30 feet ahead of them now.
Okay.
12.
But you're just
12.
walking.
Yeah.
Okay. Vile's feeling extra antisocial today.
I get it.
I am considering my sending spell again, but
You are.
we all know how that works out.
We don't know how that works out.
So they
I don't know.
off.
I think it would be funny if you just fucking messaged random people in the party. Just like in
30
their
feet
brains.
away.
Yeah.
30 feet away. You want to talk. You want to be angry at somebody. I'd imagine the general content of Virgil's messages are fuck you, you son of a bitch, fucking hate you. And Vile's like, oh, what's going on?
Min, I would say you're focused enough. You can choose to be focused. You are not unfocused or like so focused you cannot do anything else. You're pretty good at controlling your focus at the moment.
I just mean that, like,
You just don't pay attention because like I'm busy. I'm learning how to be extra strong.
well, yeah, and like nothing like super is like, oh, this seems important. I should probably pay attention to that.
Probably not.
Has
Okay.
cropped up. So
Yeah, so Virgil is just like
Min would
Speak
probably
about
just assume it's just just people
general
chatting.
chatter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you say to Hans last night exactly?
Moth? Okay. Cool. I just needed something to know you were here.
He seemed very upset by it, and it took quite a lot to bring him back down.
Well, he was really, he was about as angry as I've ever seen him, so that's a lot. Well, I talked to him about the conversation that you and I had, and
Yeah.
he didn't really like it.
But did you say anything more to him in the context of our discussion? Because I mean, I'll be honest. He is under the assumption that such actions put us, the party, in distinct danger. Be on, but I would have assumed from our own conversation about it. So I wasn't sure if you told him more, or if there was something else to that revelation that I wasn't aware of.
I talked to him about how I stayed up during our skirmish and how I had to make a deal with an entity in order to make sure that I stayed up so the rest of you would be okay, because I was afraid that if I went down, everyone else probably wouldn't have fared very well. I mean, Vile can only heal so much, and I'm the only one that really can heal otherwise, so I did what I had to do there. And I know he didn't like that choice. He said that making deals with those kinds of things never do any good. But we have to make bad choices sometimes when we know the outcome will probably be okay.
Well, he said something along the lines that you thought he might agree with such actions that you took on behalf of us.
No, I never expected him to really like anything I had to say, but I figured out of everyone he would be the one to know the most, and that he's the least invested and has the most reason to hate me anyway, so it wasn't really that big of a risk to take.
There weren't any other details to that conversation that were important. Have you had further contact with this entity after the fight?
No, after the fight, I didn't really ask for any more help, and so it had no reason to help me further right now, but I think overall Hans doesn't really like my choice of staying here after after everything and you all being able to leave. He thinks the details of something like that aren't advantageous for everyone involved, but I told him that, well, if you don't like what I'm doing and I step out of line, you have full permission to, well, do what you want to me, and who am I to argue when you've lived longer than I have? You've lived more lives than I can imagine, so maybe you know better.
Well, he certainly knows a lot. And from my understanding of such deals with entities like this, once you've made it, it's not quite something you can break off, but perhaps he was just concerned about the potential problems that come up with continued contact with an entity like this, and whether or not that presents a risk to the party, and I guess to me.
Thank you.
Well, wouldn't you be a little apprehensive if someone who could, well, very well hurt you pretty badly tells you that they're going to probably be the keeper of the castle that you were tortured in.
Yeah.
So I don't really blame him for being upset with me. I think I would be upset too if I was him, but
Right, hello?
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 You
Hi.
died.
You died. You
I
said,
died.
I think.
Oh. What did I say?
Immediately forgot.
I did. It left my head. I don't know. Mithril was basically like, yeah, you know, I'd be pretty fucking upset too. If someone came to me and was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch over the place that ruined my life. So I don't really blame him.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm just a little concerned about that because it really seemed to upset him. And I think it was lucky that I typically have the ability to calm him down or others down. Otherwise, I don't know how he'd be right now, and that's concerning because he's effectively just here now with me. He's not leaving. I wouldn't want things between you two to cause rifts or problems in the future that could make things more difficult if I don't have my friends to rely on as much as I could. You know?
I think Hans has every right to hate me and not want to be around me. And that's okay. And that won't prevent me from doing everything I can to make sure you all are safe in the end, because that's all that matters to me. I know that he thinks the path that I have chosen to make sure that happens isn't the right one, but I'm not like everyone else.
Well, I don't think any of us are quite like the other, but I understand what you mean. Personally, I respect that you've gone down the only route you thought you could to guarantee things. But I don't think Hans hates you. But however much he might have trusted you before, I don't know how much he does now. And if there comes a point where I have to choose between, going forward with decisions that you might have made that clash with what Hans thinks, I don't want to have to make that decision because he is going to be here. I don't know if you have a problem with him staying, being around all the time now, but I don't want these things to put him or even the rest of us at risk because of it. Which I'm sure you understand.
Hey Void, how many days have we been in Barovia now?
Just over a week.
Fantastic. Mithril's going to squint at Virgil.
I apologize if I seem like I'm speaking out of turn when I say this, but I don't believe that you should take the opinions of someone that you have known for 7 days over the opinions of the people who have been with you the entire time you've been here and from time beyond that. I think that your judgment is clouded by your idea of love, and while I do care about you, and I care about Hans, and I want the best for you, I think you might need to do a little soul searching and realize 7 days is not enough to know the entire pedigree of a person.
Just want to say this is not the conversation I've been trying to prompt.
Yeah, but
You know, this is what it is.
7
Yeah.
fucking days. And you're like, I'm gonna choose him over everyone else.
Is the
he said he
conversation.
was gonna make a choice. He just didn't want to be presented with the idea of a choice.
But you understand the implication.
I'm not sure Virgil understands the implication. I mean, I guess he should, but Virgil's just gonna be quiet for a couple seconds. I'm sorry if what I've been saying implied that I wouldn't take to heart the trusted opinions of my friend, you. But I can't help but feel that I guess I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. It's not that I don't trust you, Mithril, or don't take your opinions to heart, because I do explicitly. I take it and think about it all the time. But I don't want all of this to get people hurt. I don't want it to hurt you, and I don't want it to hurt Hans, and I don't want it to hurt my other friends whom I should remind you we've only known for about the same amount of time. I don't reject your decisions as a pact you've made, but things that I've seen here and heard and experienced, there are things that Hans has a point about. And those things just concern me. And I think in your pursuits to try and protect people and ensure all of our safeties, I can't ignore the potential that this pact you've entered into with this entity might not be everything that it seems. And I'm just concerned, so forgive me if my concern for my friend went unwarranted. That was not my intention. And Virgil will kind of just leave it at that.
Min is like, wow, this book is really interesting.
Wow, this book is fucking cool, yo.
Because
If I was going to slow back down and go back to watching over the rear.
okay.
that the conversation you wanted to hear, Boyd?
The conversation I've been trying to prompt is like maybe we should officially say that Hans is a full vampire and chilling with the party to like, everyone else.
Nah.
But instead, nah.
No, instead Mithril gets interrogated for 15 minutes. Understandably
guys.
so.
Understandably so.
Understandably so, like.
Absolutely
And Mithril
deserved.
definitely. I think Mithril deserved the reaction they got now after that. Of just like a week. We've been friends for like a year.
Like, come on, bro.
I do.
Virgil
think
has
it's-
had his own experience with the entity, and he does not enjoy that.
I
And
will
there are
say
other things he's learned. Go ahead. Sorry.
a lot of DMs have to like try to put in conflict in Curse of Strahd between the party members. I accidentally added a himbo, and you guys have done the rest of the work for me.
Yeah, you added a himbo and I ask for things I shouldn't.
Yes. And that has caused so much. Why don't somebody roll me another counter check?
I shall do that.
Okay.
Please, God, don't roll a nat one like I did.
Okay.
Yay.
Yay, you're good. Nothing really happens. I will say like the spies have gotten a little bit closer, but they're not getting any closer. They just like backed off really far when Mithril first moved, and now they're back at their normal following. They're probably like 120 feet away or so within the forest.
They're vibing.
They're vibing. I will say like in relation to Hans was usually 60 feet or closer if he was the one following you guys, so they hold a much farther distance back. But also Hans was a dumbass, so that's on him.
Hans.
I mean, also part of the reason Virgil's like not bringing it up to the party that he's a full vampire and he's just gonna be vibing with us is that Mithril basically knows that. Mithril knows that. That's like a confirmed fact that Mithril knows, and they haven't expressed any problem with that. Min is just more confused about anything, so I think maybe Virgil will hazard a turn around and interrupt Min from her very intense reading.
Gotta learn to become
I
strong,
won't act this
man.
out because that whole scene with Mithril.
I mean,
Um,
you can if you want.
sorry, two people chewing the scenery for like 10 minutes straight,
That's fine.
Yeah, Virgil's just gonna hazard to Min and just be like, so the whole deal with Hans and I, right?
Shit. How much does Min know? I gotta remember. I'm so confused.
Min saw like Virgil leaning on Hans in Castle Ravenloft and was like, "How long has this been going on?" And Hans has been like, "I was like around for a few days. Like I've been here." And Min was like, "You've been here?" And Hans was like, "Yeah, did nobody tell you?"
No.
Nobody told you, but Hans, like, the implication was that Virgil and Hans had been doing something at least for a couple days, or else Virgil would not be falling asleep on Hans while you guys are standing there in Castle Ravenloft. But
Just
like,
real good friends.
Just real good friends, But yeah, that's I think about what Min knows. Other than, I don't think Min actually saw Virgil sleeping on top of Hans in the forest the day Mithril marched over and woke them up. So that's about
Well, that's
Min.
the
If
first
you,
I remember hearing about it, so I'm gonna say no.
So yeah, so Min has seen that Hans and Virgil are something. What Min thinks that is.
They're just good friends.
They're just
really good friends.
They also
man.
slept in the same room in the winery, and Min would have known that.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's basically that's what Min's response would be, is like, you guys seem kind of close. Like, don't.
Virgil will relay a general idea of like, the part of my reward from what we did with the spies was, you remember when I talked to Strahd privately for my reward, what I ended up getting was a pint worth of his own blood that I then gave to Hans, which in turn transformed him into a true vampire. No longer controlled by Strahd, no longer a spawn like the others we've seen. And then Virgil's basically just gonna give the general gist of like, yeah, we slept in the same room back at the tavern in Valaki. We've talked a lot. Care about him, etc., etc. We kissed, if that tells you anything. Helped banish my wounds the other night.
Min's like, this was too much information now. I barely know that you guys are dating.
Yeah.
That's basically the gist of what Virgil gives.
Airing out all the laundry.
Why not?
Why not?
I mean, Min's
Min
not
deserves
that
to
dumb.
know.
Min, at least you're being told things, Min.
Yeah.
Yeah, Min is being
Feast or
told things
famine.
now. Yeah, really. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess Min would just be like, like, obviously, because they didn't know any of this, like, kind of surprised, but like, good for you.
Good for you. God, Min is such a bro.
What a fucking ally.
Min
What a
just like,
fucking
you
ally.
get some, Virgil.
You go, King.
Seems, I don't know, like, sudden, but maybe that's because Min is just, just now learning all this.
It would seem sudden if Virgil just sat down and was like, yeah, so Hans and I are dating, and your only exposure to Hans and Virgil doing anything was in Castle Ravenloft leaning on him.
And literally
When-
didn't know the man existed until that point.
When really, behind the scenes, they've been talking, like, a lot.
All the time.
All the time, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we telling Vile anything?
I don't
I guess
think
is the
Vile
question.
particularly fucking cares.
So, like,
I think
Hans
it's
is-
important to tell Vile regardless.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Hans is, like, free now, basically.
Yes.
Hans is his own man.
I'm a
Yes.
real boy.
That's more or less as much of your own man as you can be in Barovia, of all fucking places.
Yeah. As free as any of us are, basically.
Some of us
Um,
more
yeah.
than others.
Virgil will flag down Vile, or send Faust and just talk through Faust, or send Faust and be like, hey, can you come back?
Unless you
We'll
want Min to,
talk.
like, call Vile over and be like, should we tell Vile?
I mean, Vile's like 40 feet ahead of you guys at this point.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'll just send Faust ahead and be like, Strahd. Twink wants to
Strahd.
talk to you.
The
Are you
twink you don't
responding
like
to it?
wants.
I mean, Vile would look at Faust and be like, oh, Faust is back.
Ignoring Faust talking.
Oh,
Just
the
like,
bird's back.
Strahd, Twink.
probably gonna have to get up and go to
Ugh.
Ugh. Walking.
Faust flutters back. And Birch is just like, Hans, I need help.
Hans will let Virgil down.
There you go.
Hans is like, everybody in this fucking party is so short except for Mithril.
Everyone's
Hello.
tiny.
Everyone's tiny. The real barrier to Vile sitting on Honey is that Hans would probably have to lift them up, and Vile doesn't want Hans to touch them.
Also, Vile's
Mithril
like
would do it.
300 pounds.
Everybody
Hans
in
has
this
carried Vile before.
Yeah.
everybody in this party is so short, but at least, Min's the real Chad over here who's like not hindered by their height and really anyway.
Okay, Virgil will jog up. To...
Run, white boy, run!
He'll jog up to Vile and like just be like, ow.
Virgil's one of those people that doesn't run anywhere.
He's just still kind of sore from yesterday.
He's still sore. If he wasn't like sore and actively healing still, he would have.
Whatever would you be
Perfectly sprinted.
sore over?
Man, not everyone took as little damage as you did in the
Shut up,
fight.
high AC.
I think I took like a cumulative 40 something damage.
Something,
I would
yeah.
have been dead 4 times over.
Yeah, so Virgil's gonna jog
I
up to
lost
Vile
temporary hit points, and I'm sad about it.
and basically give the general gist, but like
Vile, I
toddler
must
version.
ask, do you let Virgil walk
Yeah,
next
do you
to
let
you?
me walk up to you and next to you and talk to you?
Yeah, Vile wouldn't
Okay.
stop Virgil.
Miles like, I can't stop you from walking.
Also, while they're doing that, I'm giving everyone but Bello, Hans included, their temp HP back. I'm inspiring leader. I'm just monologuing to myself in the back.
How much?
You get 10,
And
I think.
Oh,
Let me check.
sick.
are you putting this on Hans?
Yeah, Hans is
Oh,
getting
nice,
it. Bello is
roll.
not. Inspiring leader, you get 8 temp HP.
Cool.
No, 8.
Yeah.
Virgil basically gives the Cliff Notes child version.
Which is?
Yeah. Come on, talk it out.
You
Which
got
is like,
this.
Use your words.
so Hans is gonna be around the party. He's well, he probably won't like this one, but the
Virgil trying
reward
to
I got
defuse a
from
bomb right now.
yeah, literally, he's like red wire, blue wire, red wire.
Fuck, there's a green one!
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like part of my reward from Strahd was blood that then I gave to Hans. So now he's like, don't be too upset about that. But now he's like a true vampire now.
So he's really strong.
Yeah, and free from Strahd.
Good for you guys.
And Vile would speed up more.
Okay. Well, he's here. Okay, bye.
Hans looks a little bit sad when Virgil comes back and Vile has sped up more.
Yeah, at this point, Vile is like 60 feet away from the party. Like,
Virgil, like, hand on shoulder. Don't worry about it, darling. It's fine. And then back on the wolf.
Just wants to be friends with the robots.
I wanted to be friends with the robot too. I don't know what happened.
I, the DM, know what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. But you guys, Min, except for, I'm not gonna count, like, -5 minutes of you learning that Virgil and Hans are dating and Hans is a full vampire against your, like, time.
I just got an
Because
info dump.
You just got an info dump. You got 6 hours of reading done.
Nice.
So you're at 23 hours.
23. Time to adjust my inventory.
But yeah, you guys are finally making it to Kurzak with Applesauce the horse, who I imagine. Sin, why don't you make me. What? What would that be?
Oh my
Why don't
God.
you.
Message you something.
Yeah, Sin, why don't you make me a perception check?
A perception check for sure.
Oh, that one.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Guys, this I have a feeling I might have to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, after what I'm going to send you this, I have a feeling you're going to need to make a wisdom save, but let me send
Yeah.
you this.
Oh,
Poor Vile.
That's what
this
happens when you're 60 feet ahead of the group and Faust's vision only goes so far.
Oh,
No,
this
don't
is
worry. This
this
is
something
not.
else.
this
So
toddler is
yeah,
gonna die.
would you like to make a sanity check?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Roll me that wisdom save.
Okay, not that bad.
Let me go look at my
Wish
chart.
it was a fucking one. God.
I mean, I will say, I still have one of them.
I still have one of them. One of
Appreciate
what?
you not knowing how numbers work, Sin.
Hmm.
See, I don't like when you sigh anymore because you've associated it with the creeps and fucking kids and frights. Like,
Good. I want every noise I make to be scary and creepy.
Hmm. I think my concern for Vile grows every session.
Okay,
okay,
understood.
okay. I'm also probably gonna be having you make more wisdom saves, which is funny. Did not intend to cause a sanity check on Vile today, but you know, let me get to Kurzak because I don't know where it is in the book because everything in the book is out of order.
Imagine things being in order.
Why is Kurzak before the Wizard's Tower? When you start in the book and supposedly you work from right to left.
While you look for that, I will say when Vile sees Kurzak, she is, I mean, they are just gonna like sprint to where the gates are.
Okay. Where the fuck? Here it is. Wait. Why is it why is it after that too? That makes no sense. Sorry, I'm not gonna complain anymore about the book. I'm not complaining anymore about the book. Okay. So you guys, I mean, you guys have walked up to Kurzak before. I will say, Hans, like, you guys start getting closer, and Hans is like, okay, you guys gotta get off. I need to hide her if I would like to go into town. Um, so that takes a few minutes, but he's just like, keep going, I will catch up with you guys. And he kind of comes back to the group as you guys are walking up to the gate. So, Honey is not coming with you into Kurzak. Do not be concerned.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate, but probably better for your chances of getting inside.
Unfortunate, but understandable.
Everybody's like sad face. Okay, let me move you guys to the Kurzak map. Where's the Kurzak map?
Gone.
Kurzak map. There it is. Kurzak map.
Ah, yes.
So, like this is up on. Here, I'll read you two descriptions because they're split into two things as you come up to the gates. The road branches north and climbs up a rocky escarpment, ending at a gatehouse built into a 20-foot high wall of stone reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. The wall encloses a settlement on the side of a snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall, you see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin wisps of smoke. The somber toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting, a welcome change from the deathly silence and oppressive fog to which you have grown accustomed. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that lead up from the walled settlement to the abbey. And as you guys approach the gates, the air grows colder as you approach the walled settlement. Two square towers with peaked roofs flank a stone archway into which is set a pair of 12-foot tall inbound wooden doors. Carved into the arch above the door is the name Kurzak. The walls that extend from the gatehouse are 20 feet high. Atop the parapet, you see four figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears. They watch you nervously. Who is going up to the gate and being like, "Hi, we've been here before. We have wine."
I mean, Vile is sprinting up to the gates.
Okay. They see you and they immediately are like coming to see what the fuck is up with you because you're like
Understand.
sprinting and they are just like do you get to the gate? What do you do when you get to the gates? Do you just stop and be like, "Hey"?
Yeah, I'd like knock on the gates because that's what I've been told opens doors, and I'm just Vile is just gonna be like, "Hi, you said we could see Irina. We brought you the wine, and we got you the wine, and it's all very pure. And no, please let us in now."
So like you hear like the voices of guards on the other side of the gate and they're like, give us just a minute. Let me go get the Burgmeister.
The big man.
Vile like sits down against the gate and is just like, "I hate the Burger Man."
Okay. You guys, as like the rest of the party is approaching the gate, um, the Burgmeister, I almost said Burger Man, um, whose name is Dmitry Kerzakov. There we go, we got it. Is like coming back. Coming like up to the gates where Vile is, or is anybody? I assume you're all going forward.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of Vile, you hear like as your friends are approaching you, just like hello, like the Burgmeister, just like, "You said you had wine."
Yeah, you said
Just
that if we went and got your wine, that you could let us in, so we got your wine.
okay. He can like see through the door, and he can like see Vile sitting like at the gate and the wine and everybody else coming up, and it's just like, huh, interesting. Interesting thing that's happening here. But you they they hesitantly open the gates for you. Like there's clearly like a pause, but then he's like, "Open up the gates, let them in." I assume you're moving, Vile, so that
Yeah,
you don't
Vile will
fall
get out of the
backwards.
way, stand up,
um,
and like is literally like bouncing up and down.
okay. So you guys are open and they are allowed. You were greeted by the Burgmeister, who looks. Remember the last time you were here, he sounded very sad, and you're pretty sure he was mourning someone. You open up. They open up the doors, and you see him properly, and he looks fucking exhausted still. Like, I mean, it's only been like a day since you've been here, so obviously he's not going to like go through the mourning process and be fine. But like, boy, has this man not had an easy week. And he's like, Vile, are you like just pushing past him to go to the Abbey, or are you waiting while he like greets you properly and
I
everybody
mean,
else?
Vile would be like trying to push because Vile doesn't know where the Abbey is. Vile doesn't really know what an
Yeah.
Abbey is. So Vile's just like trying to push him and it's like, "Come on, we gotta go see Irina. Come on, go, 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 go." Like
You
trying to
see,
push him to where she thinks they think the Abbey might be.
he
Vile is
holds
trying to
his
speed run Barovia right now.
he holds his arm out. Vile, you might have just accidentally hurt him. You have forgotten that you are a robot that is very strong, and this is an old man. He's like,
All right, I
"Please, will you
cast Cure
back up
Wounds on
first?"
him, and then I keep going, "Go, go, 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 go."
You see, like, this is happening, and he is like looking at the rest of the party, like, "What the fuck?"
Mithril is
What?
coming up.
Okay. Because he needs to like do a proper greeting. He clearly needs to do that, but like Vile is not giving him a chance.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to push this dude.
Hey, Vile? how about I ask Faust to show you where Irina is, so you can let the burger man do his thing, okay?
Okay, he's too slow anyway. And then Vile starts running into the town. It's like, come on, let's go!
Virgil, do you let
Mithril
Foss
sends a
lead
pleading
the-
look back at
Yeah.
Virgil.
Virgil's just like, you know, my bird isn't a taxi, right?
Mithril just
And
shrugs.
Faust just, since Faust is fully sentient and fully intelligent, looked at Mithril with the look of, why have you forsaken me? And
Faust,
then
I'll give you
we'll
some
follow
bread.
after. Yeah, okay. Faust heads off and will guide.
The bribe has worked.
Yeah, he's a fucking
Okay.
bird.
So,
Motherfucker
Vile,
loves bread.
you are having Faust guide you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
I'm literally sprinting as fast as I can go.
Okay, I will come back to that in a second.
Yeah,
Let
valid.
me describe the village for everyone else, except for Vile, because I don't think Vile even notices.
Oh, Vile doesn't know they're in a village. Don't see people, don't see houses. Just following Faust.
The mist-shrouded village beyond the wall is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages along dirt roads that stretch between stands of snow-dusted pine trees. So many trees, in fact, as to constitute a forest. I don't know why it's worded like that. To the northeast, great cliffs rise sharply, and the road winding up to the abbey is easy to see from this vantage. Not that Vile knows what an abbey is, and therefore could not follow the road. um, but yeah, so this is, you kind of are like standing at the entrance to a small village, honestly a little bit smaller than the village of Barovia over by the Castle Ravenloft. And he's like standing there and he's like thanking you very, like, he's like, thank you very much for bringing the wine. You guys as a party get 20 gold pieces, which is not a ton, but also it's Barovia, so like, you know, money might have some more weight here. You have 20 gold as a party. Whoever wants to hold on to that, or you guys can split it. That's up to you. It's not a great payment. However, they do not have. You guys are welcome to stay in the village for as long as you would like. They do not have any taverns here. However, or like inns. However, if you want to stay at the Burgmeister's house or other cottages, basically you can um do some like household chores and get a place to sleep for the night. All of the villagers might not be the most friendly, since we do not let outsiders in here very often, but they should be nice enough if you offer to help around the house.
We also
Uh,
look like weirdos.
You all look like weirdos. And however, the Burgmeister is for now going to go back. He's like gestures up to where the abbey is. However, him and his family him and his wife are um sticking to their cottage because their last son died a few days ago, and they're kind of dealing with that. Basically, his 14-year-old son, what's his name? Ilya? Ilya? It's, let me tell you, it's Ilya. Ilya, died, and so, like, they have a little mourning process they are doing. But if you guys,
His name
need-
is Worm Food.
if you guys need, like, if you guys are staying here overnight or whatever, you guys are free to come stay at his house or somewhere else if you like cut up some firewood and like feed the pigs. A lot of the families here have pigs. So so this is what you guys are doing. Vile, you are running as fast as you can to the.
Yeah,
As
I
you
want to
get
find Irina.
as you get to the north gate, why don't you roll me a wisdom save?
Could it
Fuck.
be any other save?
No.
12!
12. This was not that hard. Let me.
And you failed.
And you failed. No, you passed. Let me.
You just mentally explode.
Honestly, understandable.
Your brain just goes.
I don't know if that stops Vile at all, but I imagine they are running and that just hits them.
Oh, absolutely not. If anything, they would try and speed up.
Okay. Are the rest of you going to the Abbey, or are you guys looking around the village at all? What are we looking for?
Mithril's
What are
not
we
leaving the toddler alone.
Okay. Is everybody going to the Abbey then?
Men probably would, yeah.
Okay.
Virgil. Was there a significant guard detachment in this town?
Let me
Your
tell
thought
you.
on how armored would they have been?
Let me look. There is like not the most significant guards because there are not the most significant amount of people.
Mhm.
There was about 8 people at the um 8 people at the uh fucking gates because they were like, the weirdos are here. We don't know what they're going to do, but that looked like the majority of the guards.
Mm.
And they just have the basic like guard Barovia. They're the basic guard stat block. If that tells you. They're pretty basic. Let me see if they have specific because you're looking
Unfortunate.
for.
Virgil is trying to get an idea of their capabilities so he could possibly ask for a shield, but like if he gets the vibe that they wouldn't
You
have
have a
shield
shield.
like that, yeah, like
Yeah,
they have a proper shield or like a pair of bracers. They're like van braces.
they have a chain shirt and a shield and a spear.
I'll ask for the shield as a reward.
You want to ask like if you can have a shield.
Yeah, just a shield.
Can I have
A
one of
Like a
your
shield.
spare
little
shields,
buckler
bro?
or something.
Um, the Burgermeister. I assume you're asking Dimitri.
Yeah, I'm
The Burg.
asking the burger man.
Okay. He's kind of like, we don't have. I don't know if we have any. Let me hold on. Actually, I need to Barovia name generator real quick. I was
Just
gonna
if
send
you
you
have
two.
a spare shield, make
Um,
Ray.
what?
While we're discussing spare armor, I will be right back.
Okay. He does not like have one to give you in his possession, but Merrick Nikolovic. Let me post that name. Um, makes like the shields and stuff for the guards, and you could probably go ask him if he would make you one. They just don't have any like extra on
Okay.
hand.
Virgil would go off and do that.
Okay,
Go find good old Merrick here.
Merrick.
Just be like, yo, do you make custom orders?
You make custom orders? Okay, I will deal.
That later, yeah, that's just a.
Yeah, that's just that. But you're often doing that for right now.
Yeah.
I'm completely messed up on my time, by the way, because all of my stuff is in Central Time. But I'm like, it's only 7:30. Because 7:30 to me would be like, we're overtime. But no, we're good.
Only 7:30.
Only 7:30. So yeah, let me describe. I'll wait for Months to get back. And then we can talk about that a little bit. I will say, like, it's one of the cottages. I'm going to just say Hans sticks with Virgil because that's easier and makes sense. It's just like a cottage in the village. That this guy, most of the people have like some sort of small family farm. This is like the only house that doesn't. So he's probably one of the only people who does enough work for the city that he is not like also farming. He's supported by other means. Are you just like knocking on this guy's door, Sonny? You're like, hello,
Merrick.
Merrick. Yes.
Yeah, he'll knock and be like, hello.
Also, I will say,
It's
just
is it
to
late?
note, it's not late. It's like noon, maybe.
Okay.
Noon, like 2 p.m. I will say, just to like note for everyone, Hans is not wearing his vest that marks
Yeah.
Strahd's spice.
Huh?
Just in case anybody was worried, he doesn't wear the red vest. So you knock, and like after like you hear like a hold on, and after a minute you are greeted by a woman, and she's like, hello, who are you?
I'm. Who the fuck are you?
Pretty much.
My name is Virgil. I'm from the party that delivered the shipment of wine to your dear Burgermeister, and he offered rewards, and I had asked him about possibly armor and or shields, and I was directed towards a Merrick Nikolaevich, who
He like
makes things.
nods at like the name, and she's like, yes, that is my husband.
That is my husband.
That is my husband. I'm sorry, I'm reading something in this. Where is the notes on this? I feel like I'm losing my mind.
So what if we just killed the burger man? Fuck it.
Thanks. Wonderful.
You're welcome.
Very helpful.
I tried.
Her husband is out right now, but he'll be back in like an hour or so. He's at someone else's house right now. Virgil, if you would like to talk about ordering something from him, then basically he's not home right now. Come back later.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
I'll be like, sorry for bothering you, man. Thank you for your time, etc. You know. And then
It's like cool.
guess we'll
Weirdo.
just.
She doesn't say weirdo. Let me be clear.
Closing the door, just like no. Closing the door, muttering like, "Goddamn fucking knife here, Jesus." Yeah, I guess Virgil would like make his way to the Abbey too, but stop and be like, Hans, are you able to go into Abbeys, like holy places?
You being racist?
Okay.
If the religious fucking place
He
Like-
looks at you, Virgil, and he just shrugs and he says, "I promise you, I will be fine inside this one."
This place ain't got no bones.
Virgil's a little awkward about it, and it's just like, I don't know much about vampires, but like very quietly to Hans. Just like, I don't know much about vampires. Those don't exist where I'm from.
Hans is just like, "Okay." Like, generally, you're right, but not about this.
Cool.
Is so he's fine.
Cool. Anyways,
Let me see
onwards.
if. Okay, that's over there. Why is anyway? Basically, to get up to the abbey, it's like the road like climbs up like 400 feet onto the edge of this mountain. So this is up a little bit. This is also why the map shows the walls stopping, because this is up on like the edge of a mountain. But you guys get to the north gate at your time. The road from the village climbs above the mist to the wide ledge on which the abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and rocky earth. The gravel road passes between two small stone outbuildings, to either side of which stretches a 5-foot-high, 3-foot-thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings with rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by a 15-foot-high curtain wall. A belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which also sports a chimney billowing gray smoke. So I assume Vile is just fucking busting through these.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about anyone. I'm just looking for Irina.
Let's see. You hear, like, as soon as you open the gate, it makes like the loudest fucking noise. You hear like the gate open, and then you hear like muttering as like you might have woken up guards on the other side.
They shouldn't fucking be sleeping, idiots.
So they come like towards you. I imagine this.
Oh, I'm not slowing down.
You're not slowing down.
No.
Hmm.
I mean,
This sounds
given
like
what
this
you
would
have.
cause problems.
Oh, most likely, but given what you said, I don't know if Vile would recognize that there are guards, considering
Yeah.
what you've told me.
It does not seem like it. You do hear a very loud "Hey" from behind you, Vile. That is not the voice of anybody in your party. Does that slow you down at all?
No, they would shout, like, they wouldn't even turn around as they're running. They just go, "I'm not looking for you!"
Okay.
Like, very clearly pissed, but also, they got things to do, and they don't understand that, hey, people don't like it when robots
People
run
don't.
through their churches.
No, people don't. Mithril and Min, you guys come up to the gates. You guys see two. I will show you who they look like. I will show you them. Where are you? Come here. Why can't you be sorted by last name? This would make it so much easier. Here is one,
A man's.
and here is the other.
Another man's.
Another man's.
The guy.
So you see them like you are coming up to these gates which have been flung open, and like in the middle of them you see these two dudes, and they're like, "Hey, stop. Who are you? Who was that?" Just like pointing at you, pointing behind you.
It just
Stop. You
stops and
violated
puts
the law.
their hands up. Are they coming towards me, or are they staying where they are?
They are staying with where they are for now because they look a little bit confused, and specifically, it is the one with the cloak that is talking to
Freak
you,
number
not
2.
them. Freak number 2. I don't know how to say
Siegfried.
Mithril's going to sigh.
Well, we just did a delivery for your Burgermeister. We were the people that brought the wine from the Wizards of the Wines. And, that was our friend Vile. Our, former charge is staying here at the Abbey. Her name's Irina, and Vile was really concerned about her, so they ran ahead and we followed just to make sure they didn't get into any trouble. And well, it seems like they're getting into a little bit of trouble.
You see them like they're like, what the fuck? But you say Irina, and they're a little bit like, oh, we know who that is. We do know that person.
That name is familiar.
That name is familiar, and is it Zegfreck?
Siegfried.
Siegfreck? I hate these names.
Siegfried.
Sorry. Siegfreck kind of gestures and is like, well, we can lead you into the Abbey proper. It is rather rude what just like Vile was kind of rude, but like we can show you where to go, actually.
Mithril
So-
nods.
I think Min and I would really appreciate it. We aren't really from around here, so it's nice to have people show us around a little.
Yeah, and then so they went to I have to change the maps. Sorry, my roommate was texting me. Wait, okay. Bill 20, are you going to play nice with me? Or are you gonna fuck me over? Here we go. Okay. Let me see where you guys are.
On a black screen.
Yes.
Like Bing.
My eyes.
Mithril?
Oh god, I'm so tiny. Oh, let me
I know,
see.
you're
Hello, I'm so little.
You're so tiny,
It's
but
okay.
I'm afraid that is how small you're supposed to be on this, so it's
Tiny baby.
Min. Vile. Oh my god, Vile's extra tiny. Can you
Like
guys see the map or just?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. There we go.
Holy crap,
I
I'm
simply
tiny.
see myself.
You simply see yourself.
How about
I have vision. I am tiny.
You have vision, you are tiny. Dynamic lighting. On. You don't have a icon yet, I'm sorry.
You don't exist yet.
Okay, well, there we go. What about now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, can you
I
still
also
only
see
see?
now.
You see
No, I
now?
see.
Okay. I did nothing. I just pressed save on the settings that were already set up. That came with Roll20. I don't know what happened. And I will just put Hans on the map so I know where he is. Hans and Virgil caught up with Mithril and Vile pretty quickly, or Mithril and Min pretty quickly, so I don't need to deal with that. Let me see. I have to figure out where. Give me 1 second. Where are you? Hello. Come on. Zoom out. Thank you. Sorry. Wink.
I'd just like to say it'd probably be nice if we could wrap up here soon.
Sleepy.
Okay. Sleepy?
Well, yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow, so.
Okay. Because we started. Yeah. Yes. Sleepy. Okay, we can wrap up at 8 then.
Okay.
Just get you guys inside. I'm just going to take out one of these rooms and put Irina in the. That was a dumbass and didn't set up my map.
Is my clock off or something?
I don't. It's only almost 8. That's why I was like, "Are you sleepy?" Because usually we play until 9. But
He also ran errands today, so.
he did run errands today. So like,
Fair.
if we just want to get inside, short. Where the fuck is Irina?
Who's banging me? I don't care.
Okay, so you guys are brought into the courtyard area, which is where? Thank you. Okay, hello. Here we
The
go.
yard of court.
The yard of court. Into here. Wink. Where did Vile go? There you are. Vile, you have gone through here, gone up through this, and Irina is. Whoop. Hello. Can I have? Gone.
What the
Hello.
fuck are you?
Gone through this door here, and are in here.
Yeah, Vile, like the second Vile sees Irina, just like hugs her legs and is just like, I missed you so much. I was really worried that you were gonna be dead when we found you.
Well, okay.
Wow.
Wow. Hello. She's like, hi.
What the fuck?
Not
Hi,
dead.
I'm okay. I've been sleeping a lot. I've been very tired. Um, so let me describe the courtyard for everyone else. Just a thick fog that fills this courtyard swirls as if eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by a 15-foot high curtain wall on which stand several guards with their backs to you, or so it seems. It's clear now that these guards are merely scarecrows. Wooden doors to the north and east lead to the abbey's 2 wings. In the center of the courtyard is a stone well fitted with an iron winch, to which a rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhanging wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors, as well as 3 shallow alcoves that contain wooden chows. 2 wooden posts pounded into the rocky earth have iron rings bolted to them. I'm not reading the rest of that because I've changed that. And you guys are basically told to wait here, and they're going to go fetch the abbot.
Cool.
Are you guys cool waiting?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. So Vile, you go in and you're just like, "Hi, I missed you. I thought you were dead." To Irina, just really fast.
Yeah, they're like hugging her legs, like staring up at her, like both arms wrapped completely around both of her legs so she can't move, just like staring up at her.
She's like, "Hi, did something happen? I'm okay. I've been here. Everything's been fine here. Did something happen?"
There was like dick guys, but I burned them all, so it's okay, and yeah. It's nice to see you again.
It's very nice to see you too.
Aw.
Just like pats Vile on the head. Just like, "Hi, I'm okay."
Yeah, they do
Uh,
that thing where they like try and pull Irina closer and like bury their head in their legs and in her legs, and it's just like, I'm really happy you're back, and I know we're leaving you here again because it's safe here for you because you didn't die while we were gone. But I'm really happy to see you again.
She is like, I'm very happy to see you too, Vile. I missed you, but please be careful. You are much stronger than me.
Yes, let go, take a step back, just like, yeah, sorry. The Abbott guy, no, the burger guy, he was kind of, he said I was
Perfect.
drunk too. I tried to get him to show me where you were, but he was lame. He wouldn't do it.
Did you hurt him?
I don't know. If he was weak, maybe.
You know he's like mourning the death of his child that died like 2 days before I came here. That's a
Yeah,
little rude to
everybody's
hurt
kids
him.
are dead here.
No.
It seems like
No.
everybody we meet, their kids are dead here.
Who all have you met that have had dead children?
There were the guys in the other town, and then we killed one guy's kid, and I don't know, everybody has dead kids in this place. Plus, the first time we were here, we talked to dead kid spirits.
It's like, hold on. Like, I know
Pause.
about the church. Like, the vampire spawn that you killed at the church. But you talk to dead children here? I'm going to cut back to the ad as he's walking out to the courtyard. You see him. He does not have a very good description in the book,
Is
so
he
I'm
blue?
going to. He is not blue. He doesn't have a reference image in the book. So, this is his reference image. It is the picture of a Catholic priest I found online.
Awesome.
Cool.
That looks like
Um,
fan art from that Netflix series.
I was thinking that, but I think the post I grabbed it from is older than that Netflix series.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, that is for the stream. It's just a very, very nice looking priest with blonde hair.
Yeah, it's a fuckable
You-
priest, everyone.
It's a fuckable priest, everyone.
I don't
Not
know
my
how to
tag,
tell you. That's
but
Carlisle from Twilight.
it is Carlisle from Twilight.
Carlisle is a fuckable priest. What's your point?
Isn't he a doctor?
Yeah.
Isn't he a fuckable doctor?
Fuck
There
yeah,
we
he
go.
is.
Now,
Imagine,
his history.
Imagine Carlisle from Twilight, but in is that Catholic priest or is that general? I think that's Catholic
a priest.
It's just a priest. Imagine Carlisle but a priest. That is what this abbot looks like. So you see the abbot come like back out to the courtyard. They came and got him from this room. Virgil, you would know that is the dining room. That that the lady has been trained in sometimes when Foster's looking in there. And he comes out and he's just like, hello, it's very nice to meet you all. You guys are here to see Irina? Just like hands like clasped in front of his chest, you know. No,
Like a
chill.
priest.
Like a
Like
priest.
a priest. Ithil does
He's a priest.
a nice little like incline of the head.
Thank you for allowing us into your lovely abbey. Yes, our friend Irina is supposed to be housed here somewhere.
He's like, yes, I can show you where she is. We're able to make a bedroom for her essentially. And he will lead. I'm taking you all. Sorry, my fucking roll 20 keeps lagging and is frustrating me. Stack. There we go. He takes
Pile of
you
crate.
into here, which is just a foyer. It used to be an office, it looks like, but the desk and chair have been smashed. So, and you guys hear like sounds of like people talking, and like laughter, and sometimes not so fun noises. coming from the rooms. There is a. The abbot does not acknowledge it, but you can see up here a construct kind of walking the rooms or walking back and forth.
Kazan
Uh,
2.
Well, it's a flesh construct.
Never mind.
but-
Kazan but gross.
Krazan but gross.
Oh, not
And
another one of those.
he walks up to like here, but he doesn't go any further. But this is where Irina's room is right here, and the abbot tells you that if you guys, they don't have anywhere to like host you guys properly, but you guys are free to come talk to the abbot if you would like. He's probably going to be in the room that you guys came out of, or that he came out of. But he's like, if you guys just want to go talk to Irina, go talk to Irina. I'm not going to like helicopter parrot you.
Mithral's gonna stop him.
Just curious. Who's that?
And they're pointing to
Who is
the
that?
goop man.
Real quick.
Mhm.
I want to say Faust quickly turned into an invisible spider on Vile's shoulder as
Okay.
they like approach the gate. But now that we're here, Spider Faust came back to me,
Okay.
and now I'm just gonna send Spider Faust skittering off on the floor to go check shit out in the rooms
Okay.
and stuff.
Okay, I will show you that. The abbot is like, oh, that is just a guard here. He was here. He's like clearly like making something up. This not just me. He's going like, he was here when I got here, and he just kind of guards the place, I guess. He has never caused me or any of my visitors harm, so I wouldn't bother
Or-
him. Huh?
Because I can't see them, I don't know where they are. Are they outside the door? Would I be able to hear him say this?
Yes, they are outside the door. You could probably hear them say this. They've probably
Perfect. I'm
opened the
busting
door.
out the door.
Okay. Bye, David.
Lost David? I
We
think maybe
lost
his internet
David.
cut out.
He's dead.
Yeah, because he left the Roll20. Hello.
Hi, David.
Hi, David.
Welcome back.
I died.
You
Sure.
died.
on.
I saw.
What was the last thing you heard me say?
Uh,
Have you been
Um,
dead for a while, or did you just die?
I've been dead for a few minutes.
Okay. Basically, the abbot brought you to Irina's room and said, "Don't mind the flesh construct. He's been here. He just guards things." And Vile comes busting out of the room. Vile, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him and just go, "Who did you take this abbey from?"
He's like, "Hello, hi. Where did you come from?"
I
But
asked
he,
you
like-
first.
He's like, I didn't take it from anybody. It was abandoned when I got here."
How long
Some
had it been
fucking
abandoned
bullshit.
for?
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is what? Okay.
Sorry.
I don't know how long it was abandoned for. From what I understand, Saint Markovia, who this abbey originally belonged to, tried to revolt against Strahd soon after he took this land and died, and I guess the abbey was abandoned over time because nobody would take care of it until I came in about.
Who's Saint Markovia?
She's just a saint around here. From what I understand, she did a lot of good work in Barovia, but she and a few of her devout followers went to Castle Ravenloft to try to kill Strahd, but they were all murdered and
Killed
they
by
never came
wolves.
back. Killed by wolves?
Killed by wolves.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, he's like Okay, killed by wolves, I believe you. Why are you asking me then? Is that all you
Val's just gonna
needed?
turn around and go back into the room.
Okay, the abbot's gonna look at everyone else. He's confused.
Collective confusion.
Hey,
Cool. David's dying again.
our dear friend. Huh? Our dear metal friends there. They don't. Let's say they don't understand social graces like you or I do, yeah?
Okay, I'm just a little confused on why they would ask me when I guess they knew how Saint Markovia died. But
That
he kind of
I cannot
he kind
answer?
he just shrugs. Do you guys want to say or do anything else to the abbot, or are you going to go in and talk to him?
God, I want to touch the flesh monster.
You want to touch the flesh
God, I
monster?
want to touch it.
Are you going to?
I'm gonna come like here.
Okay. It definitely looks at you, but it passes on like the other side of the hallway from you and moves back and just continues its pacing back and forth.
You be a freak, though.
You be a freak though. Cool.
I'm gonna
Virgil just
stay and
flip?
watch it.
What?
Did you move, Virgil? Okay, that's what
Slightly.
I saw. Sorry. I'm going to move. I think David's dead. Yes, David is dead. I will let you guys talk to Irina, but since it seems both David's Wi-Fi is dying and David is tired, we'll probably end it after you guys talk to Irina.
Okay.
If that's cool. So yeah. Mithril, are you doing anything else with this construct, or are you going to leave him alone?
I'm gonna watch him for a little bit until everyone gets into the room, and then I'll walk to the room myself.
Okay. Put everybody in there. Okay. Hi. Why don't you roll me a history check file? Also,
Cool.
I'll give you the proper spelling of it.
Oh, thank you.
What'd you
Adds
roll?
up.
No, you can draw whatever conclusions because you have. So whatever conclusion you think Vile would draw, you may draw.
Oh, I told you what conclusion Vile
Yeah,
had.
I know. Okay. Are you talking to Irina? Who is talking to Irina? Would anybody? She has it does not look in this room, but she has like a bed and a small desk, and like her stuff is put away. I've had to repurpose a different room on the map for this, which is why it doesn't look like a room.
Poor Irina.
Virgil
So
gives
yeah.
like a little wave. Just like, hello. Settling in well?
Yes, it's all right here. I've been tired, I guess, recovering from everything that has happened lately.
Yeah, I
But
can imagine.
besides some of the inhabitants here, it's been nice. They mostly leave me alone except to bring me food. But I'm not sure really what goes on here. Just because some of the people here seem to have been maybe experimented on. I'm not sure. She's like trying to discuss the
You mean
Bellevues
the
with that. Yeah.
with the lobster hand and such.
Yes. His name is Cloven.
Recently?
Recently? What do you mean by recently?
Recently
Experimental.
Have they
experimented
been
on.
experimented on
Oh,
recently?
she's like, I have no idea. They just look like they've been experimented on, or something.
Where
Some of
are
them.
they?
You would not have seen one,
Yeah, that's why Vile's asking.
Vile, but for the rest of the party, there was one in the courtyard that had bat wings that was getting water out of a well. That's in the courtyard while you guys were in there. But she's just like, oh, like they all look kind of different. Like most of them have some sort of like animal parts to them. Most of them that I've interacted with seem nice, but you can tell some of them aren't very happy to be here, and I'm just not really sure what happened.
Are you confident in your stay? Yeah.
I mean, this place seems safer than any other place I've been at. I haven't been bothered
Vile's
at
gonna
all, at
make
least.
direct eye contact with Hans and just go, "Are you sure about that?"
Listen, Irina has saw Hans and has been staring at Hans. Hans is like in the doorway. Hans is like only as in the room as he can. I had to put him in here so like you could see him, but he's just like in the doorway. And she's like, "Well, yes, I suppose so. Though I guess I don't think Hans would be here if he was still with Strahd, because I don't think you guys would let him follow you in this fight." Hans just like nods a little bit, like, "Yeah, she's smart. She's right."
He
A full vampire now.
Does that mean he no longer works for Strahd?
it means Strahd. I mean, yeah, it means Strahd's no longer in his head.
She like
Agree.
she looks at Hans and is like, "I don't think he would work for Strahd willingly." So
No,
he's
something tells me you're right about that.
just Hans is just like, "Yes, would not work for Strahd willingly." Um, but so yeah, Viola, are you like, do you accept this answer?
I mean, Vile's not gonna argue with it.
Okay. Um,
Was Faust nice?
Faust was nice. I apologize that I was sleeping so much that I couldn't interact with him, but I'm starting to feel normal. I think I will see if the abbot has any books I can read, just because there are only so many ways to entertain myself.
Yeah, that's true.
But there is a little bit of like resignation to Irina, of just like, this is the safest place for me. I guess this is where I'm going to stay, sort of deal. But she's like okay
Yeah.
with it. She's like, this is fine. So,
Irina, do you want us to send word to Ishmar that you're okay?
oh, that would be very nice. Yes. I'm sure you can. They don't really have a postal system in the book, but I will let you like send a letter, or if you guys want to go to the village of Barovia personally and tell him, I'm cool with either of those things.
How's Min gonna get more pie?
How is
Yeah.
Ming gonna get more pie?
We're running low on pie.
We're running low on pie. But yeah, she's like, oh, that would be really nice. I'm sure he would be very happy to hear that. But yeah, she's kind of just like, you all have been fine. Like, Pat's probably, I imagine Viola's still like right to her.
Yeah.
So she's
Vile's
just
kind of
like,
like
Pat.
pacing a little bit, but other than that,
Okay. She was just like, tries to put hands on Vile's shoulder, like, chill out, it's okay, I promise.
yeah, Vile would stop then.
Just like, we're okay, this is
And he's
fine.
like, well, mostly okay. I mean, the winery was quite an experience. Just
Right,
to, oh, by quite an experience, you know, when you have a bunch of druids and stick monsters and things descending upon an actively burning building.
Yeah, I told her I burned them all down.
You didn't tell her that you set the building on fire, though.
Oh, I didn't care about that part.
Oh, I see.
She's like, I'm gonna be real. I'm happy I missed it.
We should be.
I've enjoyed sleeping here rather than dealing with stick people, stick monsters, stick constructs.
Yes to all of the above.
Pawn
Yes.
sticks.
On sticks. But yeah, she's like, cool. I'm happy I missed that. Hope you guys had fun.
All of us visibly beaten to shit.
Yeah.
Virgil fucking covered in bandages because he's not wearing his cloak.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, I'm fine.
I will say
Mithril
Hans
should be dead 3 times over, standing up.
She doesn't need to know that. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to talk to Irina about?
Yeah, I guess Virgil will dig into his pocket for a second and pull out the worry stone he got from Mithril. And just be like, I mean, since we're kind of leaving you here, and I can't guarantee how often we'll be back, just how's this? It's a worry stone from Mithril. And they gave it to me, and I guess I'm passing it down to you if you need it. So
She's like, cool. Thank you very much. I guess, like, doesn't Vile have, like, the sending spell? Couldn't that reach Irina wherever?
Vile is actually going to pull out a little carved wooden bird and hand it to Irina and just go, this isn't a worry stone, but it actually does cast sending at me if you say my name, so it's actually useful, and hand that to her.
Okay. She's also like, thank you for that. That was rather rude towards Virgil. She does not say that, but there's definitely a look of like, this is not a game. You guys are leaving me here either way. But she's like, thank you very much, Vile. I will keep this safe. She like sets both of them like on her little desk that she has.
Virgil looks even more annoyed. And it's just like, okay, well, fine. If you decide you want to stay, don't come to me. And then he fucking leaves.
Hans gives Mithril a look of exhaustion.
And Mithril sighs very deeply. And they turn back to Irina.
Irina, if there's anything bothering you, don't be afraid to mention it. I'm always here to listen, and I'm always happy to try and solve your problems as best as I can because I told you, no matter what, I'll make sure you're okay.
She's like, thank you. I think I will be okay here, though. They've been very nice, even if some of the people here look rather odd. I don't think it's their fault, so
Well,
feel safe enough here.
you put up with all of us, and we look a little bit weird, so I guess it's not much different.
That's true, though I don't think you guys were experimented on. And that is my theory, is that they were experimented on. So.
I think the truth is a little bit weirder than you think.
And Mithril winks, walking out of the room.
Cool. I'm going to. I guess David is fucking dead.
David's on
Rest in
dead.
peace. David's dead. Rest in peace, Davida.
He failed all his saving throws.
Yeah. So, short session, but if David's fucking Wi-Fi isn't working, not much we could do anyway. So we're going to end here. I guess I'll set you guys all into the hallway with the flesh construct. Blink, a blink, a blink, and you guys can pick up. Like, is it January 9th that's going to be our next session? It's going to be a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. Should be
It's
like
gonna be a hot
January
minute.
9th.
Gonna be January 9th. So that will give you guys plenty of time to think about the abbot and his very obvious lie about the flesh construct in the hallway. And everything else.
Yay!
But yay, we are going to end session here. Kind of a
Yay.
weird last session of the year, but you know.
Weirdest fucking session possible. But can it
Yeah.
get weirder? Yeah.
Yes.
Probably.
Alright, well then stream.
Cool.
We'll see you on January 9th for the continuation of this fucking hellish campaign.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.